Welcome to the first ever Greenside Golf Review podcast. And I'm excited to get it started. We're planning on doing it at least once a week, get together, talk golf. It's the winter. Speaking of which, by the way, went out the other day.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Brave man, Derek. Brave man.
Love that bonus December golf.
Oh, dude, I love it. I can't get enough of it. So that morning was a little hectic, right? So I'm getting my tires changed, wake up late, per usual. So wake up late, rush to get down there. Didn't shower, nothing, drove straight down there. Decided I was going to walk 2 miles back to the apartment, down 20. So old State Route 20, no sidewalks for like the first mile. So I'm just hitchhiking it. And I mean, it's a warm day, it's like 50, but I feel like a bum. So I put in headphones in, acted like I was going for a run, would jog for like a minute at a time and then just kind of stop, whatever. So James picks me up. And James, you know how James is. It's James. I don't want to ask him to do more than he's already doing. So he picks me up. I don't have any clubs. I don't have any shoes. I have my 90s set of clubs, right? So I decide I'm going to take my 90s set to South Toledo. So I got my Mizunos, pitch and wedge through 5-iron. I have no wedges. I have the old school driver, the old school, is it Titleist driver? Old school Titleist driver.
Like
I have
D10 or whatever it is. Yeah.
something, dude. I have like a metal spoon, 3-spoon.
Love it.
And I don't have so whatever. So we go out there, play the front nine. James and I are just playing each other. Finish the front nine. I'm 7 over. He's 5 over. So he's talking all this garbage, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, I'm not losing you in those stupid clubs. And that hurt me. They're not stupid clubs. They're Mizuno irons from the 90s, dude. They're historic. So turn the corner. Par, bogey. Okay, we're feeling it a little bit. Birdie. Then I'm starting to push the gas. Par. Eagle. Straight up.
What?
Eagle a par 5, dude.
Big bird.
Huh?
You hit the spoon?
Dude, so I went driver, probably hit it like 280, which was absurd. That driver is the most forgiving driver I've ever hit in my life. Smoke this drive. hit this 3-spoon, dude, which is about this big. That, mind you, 5 holes ago, I completely chunked and excavated like a foot of dirt out of the ground. Hit this spoon right in front of the green. Nail this putt from off the green for eagle. Just absolutely bury him. Just bury him. It was a great time.
That's awesome.
What'd you end up shooting then? Like
Yeah.
low 80s?
So I ended up shooting, let's see, I was 7 under or 7 over on the front. And then I ended up shooting, I think I ended up finishing 1 under because I doubled the last hole, which has always been my enemy. Straight up doubled the last hole. Yeah, so let's see. So I shot 6 over, 71, 77. So not bad. It was a good day. Yeah, it was a good day with the 90s clubs.
I don't think I've ever played golf in December. Is the ground like completely frozen or what's it?
It is when you go when it's in the 30s. We went when it was in the 50s, so it was still a little grabby. But dude, when you go out in the 30s, I mean, you got to play the ice. It's bouncing for sure. I mean, there's no judging wedges. It's just like concrete.
I would wreck my hands because I take a big divot with my irons, and if the ground's frozen, it's just gonna like wreck my hands. It's gonna be like the foul ball with a baseball bat, just sting your hands.
It does hurt.
How often are you playing golf in the 30-degree weather?
He goes all.
I'll
He
go
used
out
to
as
go all the
much as I
time.
can. I'll wear
I
it,
don't
dude.
think
I'll
I've
wear
ever
it.
played in 30-degree weather.
No.
Dude, it's different because your shots go nowhere. So you're really at a disadvantage, dude. And it's always windy on the warm days because like it's like blowing in that warm air, and it's just like, dude, it's cooking like 20-something mile an hour winds. So usually what I do, I put some leggings on, put about 2 pairs of sweats, some rain pants, and then do the same in the top, and you're constricted, dude. You look like from the Christmas Story.
So 1, your ball's not going anywhere, and 2, you're constricted, so you have no movement to get the ball to go anywhere. What are you? You're hitting the driver like 150 yards.
You got to do something. I got to do something, dude. I get cabin fever like crazy.
Yeah.
And like, just think it like, dude, I used to drive. So there's a golf dome So we don't really have one in Toledo. The only thing you have in Toledo is you have that Quarry Bridge, which is like an indoor kind of heated barn, and you're hitting out into basically like just the driving range. But problem is at nighttime, you can't do that. So I used to drive up to Plymouth during the winter, which is like an hour 15 drive to go hit in this dome where you can only track your ball for like 75 yards. But they have like they have one of those what do you call it? What's that brand that like tracks your distance and it shows you like where you're hitting it? It's pretty much like a simulator.
Like a track?
Yeah, it's like TrackMan. Yeah, it's actually is TrackMan. So you can have TrackMan and it'll tell you exactly where you're hitting it. You can play games. Dude, it's cool. It's good enough. I mean, what do you do in Ohio? You know what I mean? I'm not going to a simulator, so whatever. I don't know. You guys aren't fans of winter golf.
No, I hate it. Because I hate paying for like $20 to $25. Like, was South Toledo open or did you just walk on?
No, it was open for sure. It was open. It was packed.
Paying like $20, $25 for like just a course they haven't cut in like 3 months, and you're just like playing golf in the field.
Wow.
No. Dude, you realize grass doesn't grow in the winter,
it's
right?
It's fun the first like 3 holes because you're like, man, I'm golfing again. And then you slowly realize, man, this sucks and it's cold and I just want to get out of there as fast as possible.
See, it's almost like you don't know that I feel that same way once I get to hole like 13, but I gotta keep going, dude. I'm cheap. I'm like, man, I'm getting my money's worth. Got to. What else am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it's December, right?
It is.
Late in the year. Year's over for us, pretty much.
Yes.
So let's recap the year a little bit.
Let's do it.
What do you guys think about that? Casey, what were you shooting for this year? What was your goal?
I had 2 goals this year. One was shooting the 60s twice, and I didn't do it once. And the second one was birdie every hole at Sycamore, and I didn't do that either.
How close did you come?
I got pretty close. I think I got 14 of them, 14 or 15.
Which ones did you not birdie? That's what I'm interested in.
Number 1, number 6, number 8.
8's understandable.
I don't think I got 15 or 16. And so I got that. What is that? 5 holes then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get 5 holes.
How'd you not get 1?
Dude, 1 is in my head. I don't know what to hit on the hole because I can't hit driver because I can't hit a fade, so I'll hook it in the trees.
Yeah.
And then I have to lay back to like 150, and like birding a hole from 150 is still hard, even if there's no trouble up there. You know what I mean? Most of their birdies come from hitting like a wedge. So
true. I think the strategy for you next year, if you do the same thing, which I'm assuming that's going to be a goal next year. Am I wrong?
Probably not, because I'm moving to the other side of the state.
That's true. That is true. I completely forgot about that.
Yes.
However,
I haven't birdied number 1 in like 2 years.
I think you got to play the back first, and then work your way to the front. And I think from there it's money because you're warmed up. You know how you're feeling. You can work that fade in throughout the round, that little power fade, get that going, get the juices flowing, and you're in the money.
I think it would be easier to shoot under par at Sycamore if you played the back first, or you'd have more chances to do it. I feel like.
I agree with that
because you can get a little momentum going on the back 9, and then you kind of feel a little bit on the front. But 8 and 9 are tough finishing holes. I feel like, for me at least, I hate number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would be tough.
But 17, I like 17, but 18, I like 17, 18 actually a lot. I don't dislike those, but yeah. I played some really good golf this year though. I think I shot 73 like 4 or 5 times. There's 2 weeks in June when I was playing some really, really good golf. Like I shot under par a ton. I had a lot of opportunities shooting 60s.
You did.
Yeah.
It was our golf league. You would go 34, 34, 35. It was that stretch you're talking about. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just playing like I had several like bogey free, like under par on 9 holes and stuff like that. Then I get to the back 9 and then the ejection comes, There's a
18's a
triple
grind, dude. 18 holes is an absolute grind to stay locked in for like 4 hours, dude.
Especially when we have like jobs and like we go out there for fun, but then like you want to do it on 18 so bad, and then you start thinking about it, and then it gets in your head, and then yeah. So I failed both my goals this year, but I did play some great golf, so I can't complain that much.
So what moving forward into next year, what do you need to change to get to the 60s?
That's true. Looking back a year from today, I would say it was my putting, but this year my putting was a lot better.
It's a new ping.
A lot better. I got a new putter, and I'm not a great putter, but I think I'm at least an average putter now, which is a big step up for me.
Dude, that thing, he's got the adjustable ping. So I mean, you can range in sizes, and he's got that thing on a stilt, dude.
Yeah, I got that
stilt.
It's so high. I'm standing up like this. But it's helped me a lot. I'm not like crunched over anymore. And I feel like that was my big problem. It's like I was playing with a short putter, so like I don't know, it messed with my stroke. Yeah. But I'm still a bad what's it called? Long putter. You guys are gonna laugh at me.
Oh, long putter, dude. Here you go with the long putter thing again. Oh man.
Very bad lag putter.
Lag putting. For those people thing. Not long putting.
Not long putting, dude.
I know. When I said that, I said that on the golf course to these guys, and I did not hear the end of it for like a week.
It was just like nobody heard but us, but I felt embarrassed.
Yeah, I right. too. I said it.
Right.
It was one of those things like I was looking around to make sure no one heard it. I'm like, okay, I think we're okay, but
I think going into this next year, I got my putting figured out. I really struggled with the driver though, this year, and not really like ball contact, but like I was just so inaccurate with it. And that's usually been a strength of mine the past few years. But this year, I really kind of sprayed the ball a lot with the driver. So going into next year, I think that's the big thing I need to work on.
I like it.
What about you guys? What were your goals?
I'll go ahead and go. So, Casey, me and you both did the birdie every hole at Sycamore. I came up short. I'm looking at my list here. I think I only birdied 12 this year. So, quite short to 18.
Only birdied 12.
12 you only got 12 of the holes.
Oh, I think you only birdied hole 12. I was like, somewhat short.
No. 12 of the 18 holes I birdied. And it's like I birdied some of them so many times, but there were ones I just could not get. It's like a mental block that it just hits. Like you step on, it's almost like having the goal hurt me because I would step on the tee knowing that I haven't birdied that hole yet, and it'd get in my head.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the things. I'm looking back. I had a couple other goals. I almost forget them now because I didn't really achieve any of them this year. Kind of had a step back. COVID year, I like really excelled. I took like a huge step in my golf game. And then this past year, I kind of just dulled out. Maybe got a little worse. But so I've been trying to find ways looking into 2022. What can I do better? What do I need to change to get to that next step? And I've got this book I've been reading. It's called The Lost Art of Playing Golf. If you guys haven't heard of it, I'm about halfway through it. It's a good read. I'm not the biggest reader, so it's taken me a while, but kind of the main point of this book is to just be grateful that you can play the game, lose the expectation of the game, go out, have fun. And one of the things that's really clicking with me is to create shots, not create a swing.
Love that.
Yes. That's one of their main messages. So I do have goals for this year. And I guess looking back, some of the things that I did achieve this year, I broke par on 9 holes for the first time. I shot a 35 on 9 at Sycamore. That was one of the best days of my life. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. I remember I was there. I didn't play with you, on that 9, but I remember watching you. You birdied or par 9, didn't you?
I birdied 9 to do it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wow.
So I parred the first 6 holes. I chipped in for birdie on 7. So I'm 1 under with 8 and 9 left. Bogey 8, get back to even, and birdie and not get like a 15-footer on 9 to birdie it and shoot a 35.
Wow.
That is awesome.
It was awesome.
Dude, I tell you what, man. So here's how it is. Here's how it is with your game. I love your game, first of all. First and foremost, your game is salt and pepper seasoning on a steak. It's not doing too much. It doesn't have anything crazy. You got all these people out here trying to throw the extra spices, extra seasoning, throwing A1 on it. You're trying to throw A1 on it to make that special flavor, but you don't do that. You just have the pure, like, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm just gonna hit every shot well. I'm gonna be a hell of a putter. It's just salt and pepper, baby. It's right there. You don't need much more.
Yeah, I mean, you're dead on with that. I would agree. I appreciate everything that you said there. I'm a simple man, really, when it comes down to it, and I try to be a simple golfer.
Well, oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, when I played with you at Ottawa Park, which I despise.
That. So go ahead.
Yeah, I absolutely despise Ottawa Park. Always play terrible there. It does not suit my game very well. I like to just try to nuke it as far as possible. If I have a wedge in, fantastic. And if I don't, and I'm still good. It doesn't matter. So we go out there, and this dude's just hitting it dead straight every time, dead straight, and was wedging these balls like feet from the hole. I mean, scaring the hole every time. Like, I have a video of him from like 90 something yards. I mean, just sticking it right by the pin. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anyone play Ottawa Park like that. And that just suits your game, right? It's not long and difficult. You don't make it hard on yourself. You just hit the shots you need to hit. And if the birdies come, the birdies come. And I think that's how everyone should play golf. I can't do that because I just want to be up there and be John Daly and then end up turning into like a punch hook Bubba Watson when I'm stuck in the trees at the Masters in the pine straw. But it is what it is.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a shorter course, so it definitely favors me. I mean, my struggle is hitting long irons, woods, the driver. Short game is definitely the strength. But yeah, that was definitely a golf achievement of mine. Best round of the year. I know it's a short course, but I shot a 75, par 71. I had 5 birdies in that round, and I had 3 in a row.
That's a lot.
The hat trick.
And you were like, dude, you were how many under through 15 holes?
Yeah, I was 2 under through, I think it was 15, and then I got to those last 3 holes and
bite you, dude. They'll bite you.
It was like double bogey, bogey, double bogey. I don't know. It was awful.
I'm so glad. Glad that here's the thing. I wanted nothing more than for you to shoot the round of your life. I really did. But there was also a part of me that I'm like, man, if he could just feel the disdain that I have towards Ottawa, then like I'll feel a little bit better walking off this course because I'm not the only one in my corner. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm glad, Hubie hates it too. That's fantastic. The more the merrier. I mean, it's historic, but it's what it is. I don't like it.
I mean, that course through, and I will say like through the 15 holes, it's 5,100 yards total, but like those 15 holes aren't that hard. Really. No. Like, it's just like, okay, hit it here. There's birdies out there, and I proved that. I've never seen the course before, and I had 5 of them through 15 holes. But those last 3 holes are honestly some of the hardest holes I have ever played on that course. And it's like, you have to finish strong if you want to shoot a good.
Dude, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, 17, the beauty of it is that you never got to saw 17 in its heyday. So 17 was the one where you had to either lay up before the creek or kind of hit it over the creek, but you had a narrow window. Mm-hmm. So they used to have a whole line of trees on the right side that would completely defend it so that you would have to hit a knockdown wedge down there. You had no chance of even going towards the right side off your drive. It was, even if on your layup, those tree limbs were hanging over, so you had no shot. So, I mean, even you got the little bit easier part of it, and it still was incredibly difficult.
Right.
And then they had a 30-yard bunker in front of the green too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was really big. It was really unfair then, but it's still hard. It's
crazy. So
That-
moving into
go ahead.
2022, what are you looking for? What do you want to do?
So we're simplifying it, right? I'm reading this book. It's all about creating shots. Don't worry about the swing so much, having fun. So my goals are kind of reflective of, okay, if you want to go out there and play good golf, what's the determining factor of that? It's the score. So all my golf goals are just simply score goals. My best 9-hole score, I shot 1 under this year. I want to shoot 2 under next year. 18-hole score, I want to try and shoot even par. That one's going to be hard for me. I think my best round on like a normal, 62, 6,300 yard course. Casey was the technical difficulties there. Just the best of us, man. Anyways, I think maybe like a 76. So I'd have to really step it up to shoot even par on 18 holes. And then I want to lower my handicap. I want to try and get it to under 8. I'm at like a 10 right now. And that's it. 3 simple goals, all kind of score and handicap related. So that's what I'm going into 2022 with, trying to just have fun, create shots, and not worrying about the swing so much. Just going out there and playing the game.
Very achievable. I mean, I could say the one thing is, because it took me forever to try to break par. Even on 9 holes, took me forever. And the one thing that I could say is that I know it's super hard to like get out of your head on the final holes, but like the more you try to surround yourself in like the enjoyment of the whole experience makes it 10 times easier, because you don't feel that pressure, you don't feel that grip tightening. I mean, because a whole lot of things start happening when you come down to crunch time, especially after you just spent 3 hours trying to get to this point. And then now you're at this point, you're there, you did everything you possibly could. And then from there on out, it's like, you're just thinking about like, oh, I should birdie this, or, oh, I should be safe on this. And it's just like, man, those thoughts, dude, they'll get you.
Yeah. The amount of focus and just, mental strength it takes to come down the stretch on those last few holes to finish the job. It's tough. It's a great game. It's a great game.
Some would say, that you'd have to be pretty clutch then to shoot under par.
Maybe we just don't have the skills to do it. I think that's the bigger issue.
But, okay, time out. We're gonna take a brief pause in this conversation we're having and move on to this one real quick.
Yep.
Because I got like a few simple words. So here's the thing: is like you just spent 3 hours showing that you had the skill to shoot under par. So what's the difference maker on the last 2 holes? They're not any more difficult than the other ones unless you're at Otto Park.
Some of them are.
Oh my God, if we're gonna do that.
I'm staying out of this one. This is
this is just the heated.
It's all like just like the difficult. I think like when you're getting down towards the end of it and you think to yourself, because you kind of always have like a meter in your head where, am I overperforming? Am I playing like I usually do, or am I playing bad? And like we don't like play professionally. We don't practice every day. So we probably shoot around the same thing every time, right? In a range, right?
Fair.
So when you're playing above that range, you're playing better than you usually do. And then you kind of get to the end, and it's like, I'm playing really good. All I have to do is close this out. And I think you kind of get in your head where like, I didn't have the skill to do it, or like it's kind of fluky what I'm doing right now and stuff like that. But this is a topic for another day. Let's try to stay on.
It is. It gets me so heated. I had to drop in.
We'll have a discussion on this, you and me.
We will.
whole other pod.
On like a whole nother pod.
All right.
And
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
All of our issues.
I couldn't help myself.
Did you have goals this year? Did you have any golf goals?
Okay, 1 minute. I want to shout you out, Casey. If you guys haven't read it yet, for all you listening, go to our website, greensidegolfreview.com. Casey posted a nice dissertation on the clutch gene and whether it's real or not. Go give it a read. It's phenomenal.
It is good. It's good. I'll give you that. All right.
Derek.
2022 goals. Actually, let's recap 2021.
Yeah.
So 2021 was weird for me. It was the first year in a long time where I wasn't out golfing like 3 to 4 times a week. Started playing softball a lot more. Got into that a lot because I have a very
That's sad.
addictive personality. So like when I start doing something, it's like if I'm bad at it, I just got to keep doing it until I figure it out. So that was weird. It was definitely weird not being on the golf course. Prior to that, when I thought I was going to be on the golf course, the goal was the same as yours. Shoot, 69 or under twice. Clearly did not happen at all, which is okay. But beginning of 2021, I got new irons, got the Ben Hogan Icon blades, which was far out there, dude, because I was not a good iron player before. So I was like, man, let me get some blades. Let me really try to make it hard on myself, which who the hell says that? I don't know. So I thought, hey, let's step it up a notch. Let's get these blades. And it actually changed my game. I mean, I haven't hit irons this well ever. It's nuts. It's the weirdest thing in the world. They feel so pure. They hit the ball the same distance, if not farther, than the X4s that I had. They were cheaper than them too, mind you. Fantastic. Anyways, so didn't play great, but hit my irons well. Hit my driver well. It's probably the farthest hit my driver all year, ever. So it was good. I just didn't play enough. My chipping was not as good as it used to be. My putting was not as good as it used to be. So that was one of those things where it's like you play more, get a little bit better at those little small things. So
I would still say you're the best putter of all of us. You're like that. Yeah. I mean, I've taken pride in my putting, and I thought I was pretty good. And then I played with you this summer, and the few rounds that we played together, this guy's got a great putter.
You two are probably the best putters I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw James in there too, to be honest with you. I don't think you've ever played with him, Cody. Or maybe you did at the Ryder Cup.
I did at the Ryder Cup.
He's a great putter.
He is a good putter.
I will
give him that.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, putting's always been fun. I mean, that's why I bought the most expensive putter that you could possibly buy, hoping that it'd fix my game. But it's just one of those things where it took me a lot of time. But that's the thing, though, is you lose that pretty quickly, especially the close ones. I mean, I am a terrible inside 5-foot putter. Terrible. That is the one thing that I'm like extremely bad at. I mean, anything outside of that, I feel so comfortable. It's not even funny. But you get those knee knockers, man.
Yeah, a little bit of the yips.
Yeah, dude. And Casey agrees with me wholeheartedly that there is not, I don't care what anyone says, there is not a single putt in this world that is completely straight.
Yeah.
But that is also detrimental.
Yes, I agree. You and me are on the same page, like you said. I can't aim at the center of the hole. I can't do it. It's a mental block in my head. I have to aim left side or the right side. I can't aim for the middle. Can't do it.
That's interesting. I don't know if I agree with that at all, because let's say okay, there's never a straight putt. So when I'm reading a straight putt and it is straight or it's not straight, whatever it is, if it's like so hard to tell, I'll just aim right down the middle, and then if it wiggles a little left, it may wiggle a little right. It might still go in.
I wish I could do that. I really do. But I'll get over that putt, and I'll be like, just hit it straight. And then I'll be like, oh, there's break on this. And I'll try to hit it hit it with so much pace. I'll hit it right through the hole. Like, it'll go so fast, I'll hit the hole and like bounce out. Yeah, I'll psych myself out. Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. That's the thing. I think anyone who aims for the heart of the hole, like,
God bless him,
a couple times around, I think it's a prayer at that point. I think you're just hoping at that point, honestly, because I swear there's, no matter what, there's a little bit of break. And it doesn't, I don't think I've ever aimed for the center of the cup unless I was like 2 feet away and I'm like, dude, I'm going to hammer this. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, man, it could be like the right third of the cup, the left third of the cup, never the center, man, never the middle third.
Derek. I wish I could do what you do, Cody. Because I think there's not a straight putt, but there's putts that break so little that aiming at the center of the hole will help. But I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Yeah.
Derek, do you use the line on the ball when you putt? I don't think you ever do, from what I remember. Do you ever get down and like line it up?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
The weird thing is though, is like I used to, I think this was when I was a little bit worse of a putter, is I used to strictly go off that line and nothing else. So like I would set that line, and if that line wasn't perfect, I wasn't putting it. So my thing is that, so like I'll go to line it up. I'll put my feet in my body direction where I think it's going to break. I'll put the line down, and then I'll step back and look at the line. And if I think the line's just a hair off, I'll readjust my body a touch and go up and play it off that line just that much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily rely on the line wholeheartedly, but I use it as a definite guide for sure.
I do definitely a similar thing, because it's like you get it's a little bit of the yips maybe, but like you pick your line and then you get over it, and before you put it, you have that instinct like, oh wait, I think I need to adjust it a little bit this way. Yes. And it's like, do you just trust the line you had and you saw, or do you make the adjustment at the last second? That's I asked myself that question quite a bit on putting.
I can honestly say whenever I stand over a putt and I have that feeling and I don't change it, I always miss it. I always I feel like the best thing to do is mark it and redo it.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling. It's probably the worst feeling in golf.
I agree. No, I completely agree. Yeah. I mean, moving into 2022, honestly, I mean, these goals probably aren't, well, I would love to get a more balanced swing. There's a couple things that I want to work on for sure. I definitely want to get a more balanced swing. I mean, I would love to do more of like an kind of like, because I'm not flexible. So my tendency is I usually tend to wrap around my body like this. So like I try to kind of swing around my body. So I want to get more of like a vertical takeaway and kind of work my way back there. You know what I mean? Kind of like a little bit of like a Jim Furyk type deal going on. Jim Furyk.
A loop.
Yeah, it's like a
yeah. I mean, I honestly, I dig it, because you gotta know like where your body works, because you got all these videos on YouTube that show you what a perfect swing is, but like, let's be real, not many people are flexible enough to do that. That's what separates them from normal golfers. They can do that power with that. Exactly, he figured it out.
Foot and how short his backswing is. He can't rotate all the way because of his foot.
Exactly.
He's the number one player in the world right now. It doesn't matter. Figure it out with your body.
Yeah. I mean, everyone uses Matt Wolf's swing too as like another example, because it's so outrageous, but like phenomenal golfer as well. Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable. So I would love to do that, but I would say honestly, probably my goal going in 2022, I would love for us to post more videos. I'm very excited about that. I mean, we got content coming on the way. So not only are we going to be doing these podcasts, but we're going to be releasing a couple videos as well, trying to get those pumping, those flowing, couple challenges. Because, I mean, the ones that we recorded, I had a fantastic time regardless of how I was playing. I mean, I enjoyed it so much. So really looking forward to that for sure.
Great. Derek, I love that goal.
Yeah. That is good.
That's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Absolutely. So where would you guys rate your current swing on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being Adam Scott, 1
Are
being.
we doing just like the way it looks, or like results based?
Let's do the way it looks. I think that's interesting. How do you think it looks?
And 10 is Adam Scott.
10 is Adam Scott. I mean, he's got the most beautiful swing in golf.
Most beautiful swing in the world.
Oh, it's perfect.
I mean, 3.
Dude, yours is better than a 3, dude.
You guys think so? It's one of those things, like when I go back and I listen to this podcast, don't you guys just hate the sound of your voice?
Oh, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I told Casey I'm not listening to any of our podcasts. We're just posting it.
Yeah. I don't think he has yet.
No.
But Cody, I think your swing looks good now. I remember when I first started playing with you, you had a big loop in your swing, or you came over the top a ton. It's not like that anymore. It looks a lot different.
That video, Casey, of you that you did on the tracer or Derek, was that you? I don't remember which one you was. Where the rocket one where it's like starts way above my head. I do. That's probably when I watch that video, that is probably the most confident I've been in how my swings looked. So I do think it's come a long ways, getting a little bit more confident seeing it. But I used to whip it, big chicken wing way over the top, had a big slice. So I mean, but I might give it up into a 5-6 if 10's Adam Scott. But yeah, what about you guys?
I love Casey's swing. I think Casey's swing's honestly the most reflective of Adam Scott out of probably majority of people I've ever met. I would say
his tempo is so good with every swing. Casey's.
I would say my tempo. Yeah, I think tempo is the best thing. I don't think I have a great swing, but I think I got the tempo down to my swing where I don't know. I know what my swing can do. I know what it can't do. Yep. And I don't try to change it. So I've kind of had the same swing for the past 7 years. But I would say I'll give me a 7.5 on that scale. I like watching my swing. That sounds awful. May give me shit for that.
I like it.
You like Men's Warehouse? You know Men's Warehouse? Like you're gonna love the way
you're gonna like the way you look.
I like it. I like the way my swing feels when I swing it. And I like it. I do.
Oh, I love your swing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It pisses me off so much watching it. It's not even funny. And then I get to my swing, and I'm gonna grade myself a 2. And dude, it is like I do what I can do with what God gave me, and that's all I can say. I can't. It's to the point. That's how upset I am. I just hit the computer. Dude, it's to the point where dude, I'm done with how my swing looks. I've thrown that out the window probably 2 years ago, where I'm like, dude, I could care less of how it looks. I'm not even going to record. If I do record myself swinging, it's to look at very small, minuscule things. Other than that, dude, it's it is what it is. I'm sorry. I can't do much more.
You know what? You're going to be creating shots this year.
Yeah,
not shots. Right here between the freaking ears, dude.
Derek, your swing though, I've always respected it though, because when I first started playing with you, you would hit this 80-yard slice.
Oh, dude.
I've never seen someone hit a bigger slice in my life than you, but it would still go 260 or 270, but it had 80 yards of slice on it. And now
the amount of spin, dude, kept the world turning.
Yeah.
The spin on that ball was ridiculous. Yes.
Dude, it was. I feel like every time I would hit it, I would see the grass swirl below where my ball was. I would just be able to tell where it was going because it just sit there and just spin out of control, dude. It was a top.
You fixed it, and it looks really good now.
It does, and I'm remembering a drive in my head right now. Derek, it was when me and you played at Stone Ridge, and it was the par 5. I think is it 7? You hit, I'm not sure if it's 7 or not, but it's the last par 5 on the front 9 of Stone Ridge. You hit one, and it was an absolute bomb. You had no slice, you had none of that spin. You hit one, and that's what your drive's going to look like if you keep that up. 300 right down the middle, because that thing went forever.
I'm the guy. Even though I put some Lowry sauce in my swing, I just put a little not sauce, some little seasoning, dude, some Lowry seasoning. I don't like the basic stuff, so I'm going bigger, going home, man. That's gotta let the big dog eat.
I like it.
Gotta let it eat.
All right, so what are name some strengths of your guys' game? What do you think the best part of your game is?
Go ahead, Derek.
I would say, honestly, off the tee and on the green. That's about it. I'd say everything in between, I kind of phone it in. If I'm having a good day, I'm having a good day. But I can always rely on those two things to get me somewhere.
Yep.
Cody?
For me, it's, and this might be the case for a lot of just average golfers, but start at the green and work your way back. Putting's the strongest. chipping's the second strongest, short irons to mid irons, and then it's like there's a mental block between a 7-iron and a 6-iron for me.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. I don't know what it is, but 7-iron I'm pretty confident with, and below 6-iron, 5-iron. My 4. I do like my hybrid. I feel like I hit my hybrid pretty well, but those long irons definitely the weakest. My drivers improved a lot in the past 2 years.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
It used to be
oh
a
yeah.
problem, a huge problem. So, but that's how it is for me. Start at the green, work your way back for the most part, strength to weakness.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I think for me, my irons are really solid. Like 7-iron through like pitching wedge. I feel like I can hit a lot of greens with those. I also think I'm a solid chipper.
Oh,
And
you're
my
good,
drive,
Chip.
yeah. I think I can get up and down a lot. Putting is definitely my weakness, but I think
Terrible long putter.
terrible. Long
Terrible putter.
But yeah, I think my driver too used to be a strength of mine, but this year it was a little tough. But I think I'll get it back going forward.
Sure.
You had a little bit of the toey draw miss going.
Yeah,
right.
It was
And
like
yeah.
I would like miss-hit it, but it would still hook, and it would go really low, and it would just like it was bad.
Yes, because we both know you can't really hit a fade to save your life.
No, but I try to sometimes.
I mean, when we've been scramble partners for quite some time, and it's always you off the tee because that you are always really good with the driver.
Yeah.
Occasionally have that toey miss, but yeah, I would definitely say the driver is a strength of your game. It's usually tight draw down the middle, Roy McIlroy type. It's beautiful, my friend.
All right, I'll
That's
lead us
good.
off with weaknesses of our games. We're gonna go through these. These will be fun. I think I have one of the most wicked two-way misses in golf. Derek always said this. It's my game. I can't hit a fade, but every once in a while it'll creep up, and it won't be like just a fade. It'll be like a push fade, and it'll go like 3 fairways over, and it'll just ruin my round. Absolutely ruin my round. And it's like I'll be set up for a draw too, and I'll just double miss, and it'll just end my round. And putting go ahead.
Oh, every time I play you, dude, when I'm playing you and we're being competitive, you always have this thing where if you're in this weird spot in your game, you'll start slinging draws. And then I know somewhere in those slinging draws, you were going to block one off the face of this earth that not even Magellan could get a map to find. And I just wait for that moment. And it's from sea to shining sea when there's water on the right and you're trying to play at one of the hooks. I pray for it all the time. You'll see it in the Dublin video. I was praying for it on a few of those holes for you to do it. But
you got it too. You got it on a few of them.
I did. You know what? I did. I know it's bound to come around when you're really slinging draws.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm also, like we said, I think I'm a decent like 15-foot putter and in, but I'm terrible with distance control on my putter. From like 40 or 50 feet, man, I'm awful. I may be better chipping from that far.
Honestly, I think it's one of the hardest shots in the game is getting a good 40, 50-foot lag putt up
There you go.
to the hole to get your 2-putt. Because, I mean, if you're on the green and you want to score good, you cannot 3-putt.
Yeah.
It can't happen. But, there might be a big green on a course and you're going to be hitting the green and reg and you got a 40, 50-footer, for your birdie. That is no guaranteed 2-putt. So mastering that shot to make sure that you get your guaranteed 2-putt is going to really improve your score.
Yeah. So I think those are my 2 big weaknesses. What about you guys?
It depends on the day, my friend. Depends on the day, my friend. First and foremost, I am probably the worst low handicap bunker player on the face of this earth.
Yes, 100%.
If you get me in some sand, I don't know what to do. You might as well have thrown me into like the middle of a beach, like on Pebble Beach, like literally just on the beach, not even on the golf course. buried in 6 foot of soft sand. I mean, I don't know what to do. I have no idea. I've never known how to hit a bunker shot. Probably
You'll, like-
never will at this point.
You'll like clip them clean and they'll go like 40 or 50 yards over the green.
Dude,
They'll just go. Yeah.
the concept in my mind of hitting a bunker shot just does not click. I just cannot comprehend where to hit it and how to hit it. But I could pick a flop shot off a tight lie just fine. But I can't like clip under a ball in a bunker, dude. Like my mind, I think the problem stems from the fact that like I don't take divots. So I've even when I try to take divots, I just can't get myself to do it. I think that's like the fear. And then I'm just like drop kicking sand shots. Like, dude, when we were at Sycamore that one day, I think I drop kicked it like 50 yards from the green, and I was back in the trees that are virtually, I don't think anyone's ever been back there. I think I was the first person to discover that place behind those trees, like ever. Like, I don't even think Sycamore knows it's there, but I do because I was there. So, yeah, but I feel way more comfortable hitting a full swing flop shot off of a tight lie than I do being in a bunker.
Yeah.
And I think that adds strokes to every round. My game.
Yeah. That is true.
I
You
know.
scare me in the bunker sometimes a lot.
It's also hard for us, like the courses. I guess I haven't played as many of the Toledo courses as you guys have, but around like Findlay and Upper Sandusky, where I grew up, there's not really much sand on these courses. And if there is, it's not good, like quality golf course sand. It's mostly just like dirt. And
Yeah.
we never practice those shots. So it's just why they're so hard. Like we play so much golf, but 99% of the golf that we play is off of grass because there's just so few bunkers at the courses in this area.
I agree with that.
You find yourself in it every once in a while, and it's just like, okay, well, what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
Right.
I struggled with fairway bunkers for a long time
I was
because of
gonna-
that same reason.
Yes.
Because we never really grew up playing out of them. There's even less fairway bunkers than there are greenside bunkers. And it's like, how do I hit a full swing 7-iron out of this?
I have no. If I'm in a fairway bunker, chalk it up as a double bogey because I don't know what to do. And I can never. I don't know what it is. It's like in a fairway bunker, you're just supposed to clip it clean, right? Don't chunk it. Just get the ball. For some reason, I cannot hit the ball first. I always just chunk it 5-10 yards out into the front of the bunker. Back on.
Dude, and that's what's crazy is I don't like sand in general. If sand didn't exist on this earth besides beaches, I'd be completely content with that. Like even those little sand toy things as a kid, we used to do all the different colored sand and you like stencil in the design. If those didn't exist, I could care less. But fairway bunkers, for some reason, like sometimes I can hit a 3-wood out of there. Sometimes I can hit, dude, it's insane. Like because I literally can clip the ball first and not touch the sand. And it's just like, it's mind blowing to me that like I can even play the way that I play sometimes and not know how to hit out of a bunker. It's unbelievable, dude. I could deal without bunkers for the rest of my life. When I do these Greenside Golf reviews, it's definitely not from a bunker. I'll tell you that much. Not at all. But yeah, that's number one weakness for me for sure. But Cody, what do you got? What do you got for us, brother?
Stemming off that, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better in my bunker play. It's average. It's fine. Somehow I've been able to manage, but the fairway bunkers, honestly, I think being in a fairway bunker is the last place I would want to be. I'd rather have a 5-iron, my least favorite club, in the rough or in the fairway than I would being in a fairway bunker. I hate it there. The hole's a wash for me if I find one. I don't know what to do. Definitely probably the biggest weakness and my least favorite place to be on a golf course is a fairway bunker.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, luckily we don't have too many around here. I mean, when we go play really nice courses, I mean, that's definitely something that they kind of like Brandywine or not Brandywine. Belmont. Belmont has a ton of fairway bunkers.
Yeah.
A ton. And they're in the perfect spots, dude. It is frustrating.
I've been wanting to play that course, but you're not making it very exciting for me.
It's gorgeous, man. But yeah, there's a lot of fairway bunkers, dude.
Yeah.
A lot.
Stone Ridge has a lot of fairway bunkers too. that I
It
think
does, but I think a lot of them aren't really as much in play as they once thought it was.
True.
Yeah, Arthur Hills, he's got a lot of bunkers on his courses.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah.
I got to play the Scarlet course this summer with my brother. He's down at Ohio State, and that's a Jack Nicklaus design. That course has the deepest greenside bunkers I have ever been in. There was one, and they're on every hole. They're all lining all the greens, deepest pot greenside bunkers. I was in one, and I'm literally standing greenside. I'm just in the middle and the base of it. I couldn't see the flag stick, the top of the flag. That is how deep I was.
Oh,
It was unbelievable. That course ate me alive. I did not.
that is my nightmare, dude. Oh my
I
God.
played that course a long time ago, and that course is so nice, though.
Oh,
It
it's
is
beautiful.
like so much fun, but it's so tough. Yeah.
It's tough. It's beautiful, but it's tough. It's tough.
That's where they play states every year, if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
Believe
Yeah, it's the Scarlet course. Dude, have you guys ever seen that picture? I don't know what country it's in, but it's the picture of that fairway bunker where you have to literally use like a ladder. It's like a black hole cave. I don't even know why it's there.
Is it in the fairway?
Dude, yeah, there's like warning signs and
yes,
stuff.
I've
It's
seen
literally
that one.
like a cave. Like
Yeah.
you can't even get out of there. That's how I feel every time I'm in a greenside bunkers. I feel like I'm in that cave, and that the only way I can get out is with a ladder and a prayer. That's how I feel every time. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for 2022. Get some more golf, get some more
Yep.
content uploaded. Very excited about that. Obviously, we're going to be doing these podcasts just to get us through the winter, and I'm sure everybody else agrees with us that this is the worst time of the year for golfers because we have nothing to do but stare at a screen that's 10 feet in front of us, hit a ball where we have no idea where it's flying, and pray to God that the simulator somehow correlates into our regular game.
True. But hey, no sand shots, though.
No sand shots.
No sand
Yeah.
on simulators.
Yeah.
I love the bunkers at simulators. I
Yeah.
will give them that.
And you're just hitting off the rough pad.
I love them. But yeah, I mean, best of luck to everybody in the off season. Hope everybody makes it through it. If you do want to get some cuts, Corey Ridge. I mean, they're not paying me to drop that name, but I will say that they do have an excellent driving range. So if you would love to sponsor this podcast, that'd be great. I would drop your name all the time. However, very affordable. It's heated. For those of you trying to stay loose, something to do on a Sunday, fantastic. But looking forward to uploading our videos. Got a couple on the way. Got a couple more podcasts to talk about. Cannot wait to get down and dirty with the whole clutch gene thing. I don't even want to start talking about that, but we'll get to it. And yeah, see you guys next time.
Awesome.
Right. Sounds good. Talk to you guys later.
Right.
See ya.
Take it easy, guys.